Ooh, fancy. I thought it was going to be zucchini bread, but no.
Zucchini burgers. Well, hi everyone, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ralph. Welcome to Cavalcade of Food.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food and to the Cavalcade Kitchen. And we are out of our zucchini loving mind. It's August in Michigan. We've got zucchini by the galore.
It's zucchini season around here.
Always looking at ways that we can use it in fun and creative cooking.
Healthy ways.
I thought we would make some zucchini burgers.
Like a vegetable substitute to a hamburger.
Exactly. We're gonna eat these like a hamburger, but instead of meat. And you know, it's okay to not have meat sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And the price of beef right now is crazy, but the zucchini are 3 for $1 at the farm stand. So you know what? We're loving it.
Or your neighbors might drop off a whole
or
bushel
if you've got
full.
a garden, you've got tons of it. So what we've got here, Ralph, is I've got 3 zucchini. Not sure if I'm going to need all of them or not. You know, these can get giant. These are a little smaller, and the smaller ones tend to have a more delicate skin. And that's what you want. Sometimes if they're on the vine too long, the skin can get a little tough, but these are not. And so we're going to need about 6 cups of shredded zucchini. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stem end off, okay? And then I'm going to take our friend the box grater. Now if you had a food processor with a shredding blade, you could do that as well. And of course I probably have 20 food processors, but I just thought, you know what?
Let's do it how Grandma used to.
Exactly right. Grandma didn't have no food processor.
But I don't think Grandma made zucchini burgers, but
I don't know if she did or not either, but she certainly used a box grater often. Now, here's what, let's show our friends what we're getting. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Now, what I've got is I've got a colander here that I've put a clean cotton dish towel in.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the zucchini in here
as you
I
grate
grate.
it. Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is zucchini, like almost every vegetable, is mostly water. There's actually a lot of water in zucchini. We're going to try to squeeze some of that moisture out, okay? And have the zucchini drier before we put all the other ingredients in.
So the patties will hold better.
Yes, and it just will take some of that extra moisture out. So, Ralph, I'm going to continue grating here. We're going to try to make about 6 patties, and good size. So I want about 6 cups of zucchini. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, it's pretty. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, and you're getting a lot out of those.
Yeah.
Big
The other
zucchinis.
thing with the younger zucchini too is they don't have the big seeds in them.
Okay.
And so that's the other reason why we want to use the smaller ones. So I'm going to keep grating, get them in our colander here, and then we'll kind of put things together when I come back.
When we come back, he'll be up to his neck in shredded zucchini.
So this is I did 2 of those zucchinis.
So equaled about 6 cups?
Gave us about 6 cups. So here's the first one, which I've squeezed out. You know, another thing you could do, a way to get vegetables like zucchini and cucumbers to release their water, is to salt them. And the salt will draw the water out. But then it's salted.
Yeah.
And so
it's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off, and not that I'm going to put salt in the recipe. I don't want to over-salt the zucchini.
Right.
But here's what I'm doing. See that? Look at that. Using a clean cotton dish towel.
He's making zucchini juice.
You know, you could probably
make a Bloody Mary.
I was going to say, you know, you like to come up with your craft cocktails. You could maybe do something with zucchini. I don't know. This may be a little bitter.
Yeah.
But look at all that.
Wow, that's
water
a lot of liquid
that has released from the vegetable.
So like how you like to pop bubbles in bubble wrap, is this like a tension releaser for you too?
Yes, it is. It's, but it will, like I said, it will help with the overall consistency of the recipe. But
You got a lot of liquid out of there.
Absolutely. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, let me get a big mixing bowl here, and we will put that
Freshly squeezed
shredded
zucchini
in there, and then let me get the other. Okay, so now we've got about 6 cups of shredded, squeezed dry, to the best we can, zucchini. Now what I'm going to do, Ralph, is we've got some ingredients here. We're just going to kind of add them all together. The first thing I'm going to do, because I want to toss around, is I've got a 1/2 cup of flour here, okay? And I've got a cup of panko breadcrumbs.
Okay.
All right? So we're going to just sort of toss those in.
Are the panko the ones that are a little crunchy or
They're
a little
the Japanese
bigger
style, yes. They're coarser.
Okay.
Then what we got is I have got 4 beaten eggs. Put that in there. So that's going to kind of also help to hold it all together. I've got about a little more than between a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup of grated onion.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So we want a little of the onion flavor.
Right.
But we didn't want any chunks of onion in there.
I was
So
wondering what
the
that
box
was.
grater, I used the coarse
Yes.
one for the zucchini. But use, if you ever want a subtle onion without the texture, just grate it, and that will, it's almost like onion pulp, and that'll just blend right in. Then for color and a little flavor, I've got a cup of very finely diced sweet red bell pepper.
And he let us have a little taste test of
Weren't
those,
those
and they were
delicious?
sweet and yummy.
We were at the farm stand yesterday and got the zucchini and that red pepper. It was just terrific. Okay, I've got 2 cups of cheese here. Now, almost any cheese will work, so it depends what you like, or in our case, what we had on hand. So here's a cup of mozzarella, a cup of cheddar. You could do all mozzarella, you could do all cheddar. You could do none of the above. You could do Colby Jack. You could do pepper jack if you wanted to spice it up a little bit. You could do Swiss, whatever.
Parmesan, Gruyere.
Parmesan, Gruyere, all good choices, excellent. So it's a total, of 2 cups of cheese.
Of your
shredded
personal
cheese.
favorite cheese.
Then, like I said, I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt here, and maybe 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
Sprinkling of black pepper.
All right, and then now we're going to mix all this together.
This I gotta see.
And whoop, just going to kind of combine it. Now, I started with the 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs, and with that combined with the flour, hopefully will be enough. If it looks too loose, I might add some more breadcrumbs, because the no measurement, with the zucchini is quite exact. But I want to make sure as you're mixing, it just smells great.
Mm-hmm.
As you're mixing too, you want to make sure that like the flour and breadcrumbs are totally wet and combined and
mixed in.
Yeah, and we actually want it to sit up. That's actually pretty tight there, I think, because we're going to want to form that into a patty that we're going to just saute these in a skillet. Okay?
Because they would fall through a grill.
And we're going to serve them on hamburger buns, and that's that.
All right.
So, okay, we will come on back and get these in the pan. Okay, Ralph, I'm doing a test patty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the pan here, and I'm going to kind of pat it down.
I like how you use that
size
scoop.
that I want.
Oh, okay. So use the scoop to get it in there, and then
we're just using some vegetable oil for to cook.
And it smells good already, but the idea is you're just making sure that it's going to hold together, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you want we're gonna cook it for a couple minutes on one side and let that get a nice crust on the bottom and get that bottom firmed up so that we can flip it.
It's almost like when you're making a potato pancake.
Very similar, to the same idea.
But this gives you a chance to thicken up or put more breadcrumbs in the mixture in case you need to.
Yes.
But I can smell it. It's cooking.
So
what is it, like a medium heat?
I got it. Yeah, medium plus.
Is it holding together?
Yep, seems to. You know, it's once it hits that hot oil.
Yeah, I can
then
see
the
it's,
egg and the flour and the breadcrumbs and it just everything starts cooking and pulling
I can
together.
see it's starting to brown on the edges.
On the edge. So you really do need to do this in a non-stick pan, and we're gonna flip. Look at that. See how beautiful that is?
Yes. So then when you take them out, are you going to put them on like a...
I'm gonna put some paper towels here
Right.
on this plate just to take off any excess. But this will also kind of always helps you gauge, how long it takes and how big, because they do spread out a little bit once they're in the pan.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep frying here, and I'm gonna start making them bigger. But this could be like a little zucchini slider.
Right.
Okay. So we did our first one. Now we're doing our
King size.
king size
Man size.
veggie burgers.
Yeah.
But come on, this is vegetables. You can eat. These can be nice and big, folks. You're gonna get your daily dose of good fresh vegetables.
Vitamins, nutrients, all that good stuff.
But you can make these any size you want. So we have these nice big
Patties.
buns, Kaiser rolls that we're going to put these on. So we wanted a larger patty. But you could make them small, like, silver dollar size, and almost have it like an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, make a fun dipping sauce to go with.
You could have, it could be something as simple as a ranch, or you could do like a tzatziki. Would be terrific with this.
Oh, very much. Yeah.
And you could just have people, grab and dip and do like that.
Here's an idea. The juice that you squeezed out that you were saying we could use for a cocktail.
Yeah.
We could use that for a tzatziki or like a sauce.
You could.
Add some sour cream and some seasonings, and might be a little thin. I don't know, but we'll figure something out.
And like I said, we're going to eat these like burgers. So I just sliced up. Look at this. Tomatoes are wonderful for about a month and a half or 2 months out of the year when they're coming fresh out of the garden, and they taste so great. So we've got a garden tomato here that we've sliced up. I've also sliced up some nice onion, and so we're going to eat this just like a burger. You could put some lettuce on there. However you like to fix your burger, you could do it the same way. Now, the only thing you can't really do with these, I don't think they would grill.
Yeah, they might fall through, but
but
you could even though there's cheese in there, if you really are a big cheese lover, you could put cheese on the patty once it's coming out nice and warm.
So
let's try flipping it.
Okay.
Maybe a bigger pan would be good too.
I know.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah, doesn't it remind you of potato pancakes, folks?
Yeah.
Even the smell. Oops.
I need a bigger spatula too. Whoops. All right, I'll eat that one. That's the downside to making them a little larger, but
harder to turn, harder to flip.
But they're going to taste every bit as good.
Don't you know it? Wow, look at that.
Now, I know, Ralph, you've been enjoying one off camera here.
And it's, I was telling Kevin and Marianne, it's almost like a crab cake.
Yeah.
Or a fritter of some sort, but when you put the pickle, I mean, not the pickle, but you could put pickles, but when you put the traditional hamburger dressings, like the tomato and onion and ketchup and mustard or whatever, or just mustard, it really is delicious.
God, that's good. Yeah, that is really delicious. You could have it.
I'll let you finish your chewing, and I'll
You
tell.
could have it without the bun,
Yes, of course.
but the bun is a fun way to eat.
It is, and a fun way to get your kids to eat their vegetables.
Absolutely. It's like, hey, kids, we're having burgers tonight. And then, you know, but you know what? I don't know who wouldn't like, look at these.
Yeah, they're
Beautiful.
It's like we're taking the zucchini and we're saying, hey, zucchini, we're going to celebrate you tonight.
We are celebrating the zucchini. And like I said, this lets you put, you know, the tomato and the onion, and you could other condiments, make it fun. But here's a great way to use some wonderful fresh summer zucchini. Shred it, add your other ingredients. Marianne had a good suggestion. She said, chop up some fresh mushrooms and put those in there.
Yep.
Would be excellent. So, you know, you could really make this your own very easily. Serve it as a burger. Serve it like you would a potato pancake. A little dollop of sour cream on there.
And like we said earlier, if you want to make really small ones, make it like an hors d'oeuvre with some kind of
with a nice
dipping
dip.
sauce. Yeah.
So many ways to take this, but however you do it, we hope that you are well, that you are safe, and we appreciate you being here with us.
We sure do. Stay well, stay safe, test positive. Stay positive, test negative.
There you go. And you know what? We'll see you again real soon right here on Cavalcade of Food. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.